Good afternoon, viewers, wherever you might be watching around the world. The two players have approached the table for this Ladies World Championship final. We've reached the final day and the final events of these 2019 World Championships. Of course, it's my pleasure to be commentating the ladies singles final between Sharon James of England and Amy Beauchamp of England. It's the number 2 and 3 seeds, and of course yesterday the number 1 seed, Barbara Taylor, was knocked out by Sharon James. Looks like it's going to be Amy Beauchamp to break. This is a best of 15 frame, so it's a race to 8. And of course in the other final it's going to be Mick Hill versus Dom Cooney, the qualifier versus the number 1 seed and 5-time world champion. It's a first break by Amy Beauchamp, and looks like we've got a yellow ball plotted, so she needs to nominate. So it's Amy looking at that yellow into the middle pocket, which she plays quite competently. She has that yellow which is tied up with those 2 reds, which makes a pot out a little bit awkward at the moment, but I'm sure she'll find a way. She's purposely covered that pocket, knowing that there's those 2 reds there and congestion from her opponent. So the way the balls lie, you'd have to say Amy is slightly favourite, but plenty of pool needs to be played in this frame. So Sharon James, I think this might be her first final. And Sharon has Sharon's taken that red to that bottom left-hand pocket just to dislodge the yellow, because she was able to try and make sure that that pocket doesn't get covered as well. It's rather restrictive when you've got one end of a table where you can't pop balls. So Amy's on yellows, so she's just doubled back and potted one of those balls in the bottom right hand pocket, and in fact, the way it's looking, she virtually could go out here, because she probably fits right now to go through, pot the yellow over this bottom left hand pocket. It would appear that she can go between those 2 reds, but she's also got a good shot on that yellow into the middle, and she'll probably take that yellow over the left pocket a little bit later in the break. In fact, it might even be the final ball. That's a lovely shot. It's come around nicely. She'll be able to just plant that yellow onto the yellow over the middle, over the corner pocket. That black will go into the middle left pocket, or middle right, depending on where she decides that she's going to take position. So the number 2 and 3 seeds, both from England, have made this final. So that's gone according to plan so far. The only thing that might go wrong is if she doesn't quite get her position right on the black. So she's got a nice angle on this yellow. She'll probably just fine cut that and make the white go back to roughly where it is if she fancies that middle pocket. It looks like to be the way she's teeing up. Might have gone. That shouldn't be a problem for her. She's got a half ball pot into that middle pocket, that left middle pocket. So Amy Beauchamp. She has won this title twice, and she takes a 1-0 lead in this Ladies World Championship final against Sharon James, both these players from England. So that's a good steady first frame for Amy Beauchamp. She leads 1-0. Our referee is Claire Watts. Breaking up the balls, and it's going to be Sharon James to break in this frame. So it looks like Sharon James likes to break straight down the middle. You see that there's various choices of the way players break, but she's got a really nice spread, but unfortunately she didn't pot a ball, and Amy's going to have a choice of what she prefers. I think she'll be taking reds here. The fact that you've got that red pocket covered, that top left hand pocket covered by a red. She plays that plant very nicely. She can even tuck that red ball inside the yellow, but she might leave that for now because it's preventing her opponent from going game while that yellow is there. It's a little bit of an insurance situation. Amy Beauchamp won this title twice before, finds herself in the final again in 2019. So I think she was trying to pot that red. So Sharon's on the yellows. So she just promotes that yellow. And leaves the white. Amy Beauchamp, looking to win her third title. Attempts a double into that bottom left hand pocket, not quite successful. So now it's Sharon. She's going to probably either try and pot or cover that pocket. So she's just going to try and cover that pocket. Sounds like the men's final was started off one frame apiece between McHugh and Dom Cooney. And the score here is Amy Beauchamp 1-0. As yet the scores are not happening. So this is Sharon James. Little tap on the table by Amy, liking that shot. I guess it's a good tactical shot. Reinforced her status on this bottom left hand pocket. So Amy doesn't like that situation, so she's done a deliberate foul there and left Amy in and left Sharon James in a tight situation. Now she's got to be. She had a look to see if that's touching, because if it is, she needs to fire away. But maybe it's not, because she seems to be lining up. So she's got another shot now. And of course, Amy took the liberty of playing that shot, because you can see that not only did Sharon have to get out of that situation, but there's another yellow tied up, that top left. And she didn't have a problem playing that tactical shot. So now Sharon's returned the compliment, and she's given her 2 shots. Now I would have thought that that's a bit dangerous, because there's only one non-potable ball for Amy that she needs to promote, and that's the one here in the bottom left hand of the screen. I guess there is that red, which is slightly left at the top end of the table, but I'm sure a player of Amy's calibre can play herself onto that ball. And of course the first thing she's going to do is promote that ball, which is not potable, and now it is potable. So she may either take this ball straight away, or she may choose to cover the pocket. Depends on whether she's in an attacking mood. She's taken on a double straight away, and that didn't come off. And that red has gone basically to a not very advantageous position. So now the pendulum's swung in favour of Sharon for this frame. So Sharon, let's see if she tries to go game on this shot. They're all there. They're all very potable, so if she takes this in the middle first, I probably would have taken the other ball in the middle first, but that's interesting. It has dropped. So that should encourage her to attack. It's a nice pot. It didn't quite finish up the way she would have liked, but that's still very potable, that yellow in the top left It's just moved away from the pocket slightly, which can get awkward at times. So she's, I think she'll be taking that first. This is interesting. She just wanted to leave things tight. But this has given Amy the opportunity to run that red down, and if that doesn't go in, she'll cover that pocket and probably take the advantage back. I'm surprised that Sharon didn't try and go game then. And didn't play a very good shot there, because if at least she didn't pot, she would have liked it to be covering the pocket. So the score is 1-0 in favour of Amy. You can see that the graphics are indicating to us which player is on which balls. Sharon's on the yellows. Looks like that Amy's on the reds. So that was a good shot by Sharon, because it's going to prevent Amy from getting that red inside on potting in this left bottom pocket. She's going to deal with that. Oh, sorry about that. There was a bigger gap than what I thought was there. Wow. Didn't even touch yellow or the cushion. Can be deceiving sometimes. So I think Amy will probably try and take this red into the middle pocket. It's a nice shot into the middle pocket, and left herself in position to put that red into the corner pocket. And of course you'll probably screw back to put the second red into the same pocket. Nice shot, screwing straight back, and also got an angle to get back here onto the black. That's a lovely shot, coming straight back to put that black straight into the middle. Couldn't wish for better. And Amy Beauchamp takes a 2-0 lead in the early stages of this Ladies Singles World Championship final for 2019. She leads Sharon James 2 frames to 0. And Amy will also be breaking in this frame. So she'll be staying at the table after potting the black. So balls being racked up by the referee. So the Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships come to a close today. These are the last two events, the Ladies Singles World Championships and the Men's Singles. And then this evening will be presentation night. There's a big turnout. It's a great break. There's red's gone into the middle. It's got another red over the pocket. And looks like there's a yellow. No, all the yellows are still on the table. But what a spread. We'll have to note exactly Amy's technique on the next break. So it'd be interesting whether she takes reds and whether she takes that red over the pocket, because if she does, she should be able to pot out. The only awkward ball might be that red near the black, but she should be able to get around. She's taking yellows. Interesting, she probably believes they're more straightforward. So she potted red but nominated yellows. So now she's got that yellow over the top left hand pocket as it lies on the screen. So Amy on yellow, she takes this one bottom left first. She's got a straight yellow into the bottom right, as shown on the screen, which is a balk end of the table. I would say that would be her obvious ball first, and then that way she can take this yellow into the middle pocket as well. She'll have position for that. That's exactly what she's gone for. Now she can take this ball in the middle and then follow it up by the yellow into this bottom right hand pocket. Amy Beauchamp. She's a former world champion. She's going, trying to repeat the feat. She's lining up on this yellow bottom corner pocket. And that's not quite gone as planned. That little kiss has pushed that yellow away from that pocket. So now solution here would be for her to double that yellow back into the bottom right hand pocket. Which she is over. Hasn't quite picked that. So now she's allowed her opponent to come in, Sharon James. She should see if she can take advantage of this. Of course, already 2 balls have been potted for her off the break. So see how she goes in methodically potting these reds, because they're certainly all very pottable. Use a line for that red near the middle of the table for the top right hand corner. Played that very well, very confidently. That pot should give her a bit of confidence. So now she may run this red on the left cushion down the rail, and if she doesn't pot it, leave it covering the pocket where the yellow is headed. Now that she is plays that nicely, that should go. So she can take that red into the middle right, or this red into the bottom right. So everything's out in the open. She can take that red in the middle now, and of course the black will come back into this bottom left hand pocket. It's a nice shot. So this looks like it's shaping up to be a nice so Sharon James gets her first frame on the board. She's 1. Amy Beauchamp is 2. So the balls need to be re-racked. So we're coming to a close on the Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships for 2019. It's been a wonderful week and a half of pool. It's been tremendous work by all the crew from the English Pool Association, the referees of course, behind the scenes in the administration office, on the top tables in the respective rooms, collecting data, and of course collating it all and coming out with results, premiership tables. And of course tonight's going to be the presentation night where a massive number of trophies have been purchased and will be given out to winners and runners-up. Okay, let's see how Sharon James breaks. So no reds have potted. 1 yellow has potted. It looks like Sharon must have a breaking cue. Now she may nominate yellows here. There's only 1 yellow on the cushion, close to the cushion. So that's nicely played. Easy shot into the top right hand corner. Now she'll probably take this yellow into the middle pocket. Run through slightly. Like, yeah, she's just stunned. So she can take this yellow into the bottom right hand corner. And she'll probably try and leave her white as close as possible to where the actual yellow is, so that she can take the other yellow into this bottom right hand corner as well. Or that'll give her the opportunity to take the yellow into the middle, the one that's sitting very close to the red near the middle of the table. Sharon James. This is a best of 15 frames, so whoever reaches 8 frames is the world champion. I don't think that was planned, unless she feels a bit uneasy. I can't imagine she purposely missed that and tried to leave that over. figure the more shots you give someone like Amy, the greater the chance you're not going to win. So she's taking that first ball, and all the reds are out. Nice pot. So she's got that red that she can play into the middle, and that would take her to the 3 balls at the baulk end of the table. It just means that she'll need to find her way back for this red near the black, if that's the case. It's a nice shot. It's a bit hard to tell, but she may still be on that red closest to the cushion to pot it into the top left-hand corner. I would say so, the way she's looking at it. It's a nice shot. And now she'll be able to take this red into the top left-hand corner and leave herself an angle on that last pot to make her way back for this red, which is being left close to the black. It's a nice shot. I think she would have liked to come back further though. I'm sure that wasn't in the plan. She can hit the finest of reds there. Now it's a bit hard to tell if it will pot inside that yellow and cushion. I was deceived a little bit before. She may just be able to dislodge it out of there, but she's certainly playing that shot. And that's overcut that now. So Sharon James should be able to take control of this frame now. Trying to work out a strategy here. Just going to try and cut that yellow to the bottom left probably. No? Just played for a snooker. So this is the Ladies Singles World Championship final between Sharon James of England, the number 3 seed, and Amy Beauchamp of England, the number 2 seed. So she's tucked the black right in to that very precarious position. Nearly potted, so yeah, there was a big gap there. So now this it's a good shot, but now all of a sudden she's given Amy the front position in that pocket, but she's going to try and deal with that right now. Yeah, she's put that yellow back. Okay, Amy Beauchamp. She's on the red balls, and you can see where that red is, sitting right over the yellow. So she's going to play the opponent's ball. Try to bring it into this bottom corner of the table to try and make it more difficult for her opponent to pot out. So these two players, both from England. England have got an abundance of talent. It's one of the rare occasions this year that the England ladies didn't make the final. It was South African, Australian, and of course South Africa got up. That was a nice pot by Sharon James. And Australia, as usual, came here in with a full contingent, entering every event except under 23s. Big credit to all the Australian players for making the sacrifice to want to come and represent their country. So Sharon's manoeuvring how to take control. So now Amy, if she wants to return to how it was, she's obviously going to go up the table, play her red, and try to pot the opponent's ball, I guess. So that was a fair shot. It's only one shot to Sharon here. She might feather this yellow and run the white the length of the table. She's played that out. She obviously feels that that red's not going to be able to pot past the yellow now, the way the yellow is well entrenched on the edge of the pocket. It's turned into a little bit of a tactical battle. In the meantime, the score in the men's singles final moves on to 5-2 in favour of Mick Hill, 5 times world champion, against Dom Cooney. And you saw the result there. Both balls came out, but the white jumped the table. So this is going to be 2 shots to Sharon James from the book. That's a nice shot. So now Sharon James is poised to square the score here at 2 frames all. And Sharon James does exactly that. She takes the fourth frame and levels the scores at 2-all against Amy Beauchamp. I'm joined here by Peter Butterworth from Australia.
How you going, Joe?
Good, thanks, Peter.
I got here a bit early, but sort of last few things to sort out and watching the Aussie teams finish up.
And how did the Aussie team finish up?
Men's went out in the first final against Ireland. Women obviously made the final and got done by a really good South African side last night. Juniors had a great run, lost 13-8 I think it was, 13-9 to England. So all round, and the Masters, as well, made the semis and got done by England, who are in the final now. So all round, pretty good effort, mate.
That's a great effort by Australia. Another great credit to them and what they do over there in Australia. Congratulations to them.
Keep sending strong sides, it's good.
So the scores here should read 2-all between Amy Beauchamp and Sharon James. We had some of the Australian girls did reasonably well in the singles, but I think what was the best performance up to about the quarters?
I think
just before
Colby made the quarters, might have been the round before.
Just before, I think.
Young Holly made the semis of the Masters.
Yeah, that was a great performance.
Phenomenal effort, and she knocked off Sharon and Amy along the way, I believe.
Wow.
Which,
and
fair effort.
She's from Western Australia?
She is, yeah. Great young talent, I say, an up-and-comer, but yeah, I think she's here. Done very well. Did really well in the teams as well. Good composure for a young girl.
So, Peter, you were captain of the Australian side this year?
I am, mate, yeah.
Yeah, so we've
quite
got
an honour.
Captain of the Australian men's side, as guest commentator in the commentary box.
So, Amy, slight favourite in this match, Joe?
I think she'd be a big favourite. She started off quite well, but the last two frames have been kind of slow, and Sharon's been able to graft them out. But it's sitting at 2-all.
And race to 8.
In a race to 8, yeah, best of 15.
Yeah, Mick looks like running away a little bit on the other table.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess there'd be an element of Dom being a little bit overawed, but Dom can certainly play some good pool. I witnessed his semi-final and he plays some great pool.
Yeah, it was a great win. It was 10-9 against Dylan Leary, wasn't it?
Yeah. And of course Dylan Leary was the European champion.
Yeah, in great form, Dylan. So yeah, that's a great win. And anyone who comes through the qualifying played a hell of a lot of matches just to get here. So
sure has. And the score's 2-all in case anyone hears us in the technical room. A little bit of cat and mouse here.
Yeah. Probably just favour Amy in this frame at the moment.
Yes, I think. I think that red will find the pocket if you get the right position. The one that's
over the middle.
Over the middle with the yellow.
She can drop on the one on the top rail. Oh, she did, but just rattled the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't leave Amy straight on that rail ball at the top there, so would have been in real trouble if that was the case. So just the Masters final going on at the moment. Oh, sorry, the seniors.
Yeah, they call them seniors over here.
Yeah, we call it Masters in Australia, so having the Masters tournament as well gets things very confused for us.
Yeah.
we have our masters playing the senior masters.
Yes.
Avoiding a disaster. Looks like another frame to Mick on the other table to go 6-2 in front.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Tom Kearney gets a few frames and shows a bit of his class.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone, well, not everyone. Everyone bar Mick and maybe Cathy would like to see that. It does have the feel a little bit of his match in 2015, I think it was.
Yeah.
Against Nigel, who got going eventually, but it was a little late.
Yeah. And this is going to be his sixth title if Mick goes on to win it.
Yeah.
And did you catch up with him in Australia when he was touring?
No, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I've involved in a lot of the tournaments with either commentary or playing or both normally, and so we the big guns in Anzac Carnival, we see quite a lot of him there.
Okay,
which is great. We love him coming down there for tournaments, mate. It's great for Paul in the country. So.
Definitely. He's a great ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, he really is.
And looks like Amy's going to try and get a score here.
Yeah, it looks like she's got plenty of this yellow in the middle. She can just get down somewhere around the baulk line.
Yeah, because even the colours are around the wrong way here. Amy's on yellows and Sharon on the reds.
Some
So got a few
technical
issues
somewhere along the line. This should be pretty straightforward for Amy here.
So she's got that.
Looks like she wants to take,
She wants to
the
take
middle now.
the middle ball first. Oh, she's done that pretty well.
Yeah, well, it's just a drop in now. To land on the black.
She uses the extension, doesn't like to.
Oh, should be hanging right over a couple of the balls there. So
Not keen to use the rest, so many players in Australia use the extension.
yeah, more and more. Oh, she's just taken that a bit easy. Took that one for granted. And,
Maybe the stretching.
Yeah.
Didn't quite take enough time for it.
She's got an opportunity, but it's a very tricky one.
Yeah, for Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a few awkward balls that she's got to
It's
find her way around.
Yeah, well, it's mainly the one on the top rail.
Yeah.
She's going to run this through and nudge it down the rail. Yeah. Make her work a little bit easier.
Just a little bit.
So
She preferred it a little bit further down, I think.
a little bit, but she can still roll that in, then play the middle, and then leave the white around the centre of the table. And then she can just drop that in, and she'll have a crack at the one on the top rail. So she's still a good chance.
If she gets the right angle and use a bit of aggression on that pot in the middle, she should be able to get to the one on the top rail. Yeah, the angles.
Looks all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll play for the top one now or not.
No, I don't think so. Because yeah, she's probably better to leave the angle on the one on the right rail, and then she'll be able to go out.
Well, she's had a go at it, and she's been punished for it.
Yes. Yeah, I thought she would have just stayed on the one for the right top pocket, and she could have played off the cushion to.
I'm pretty sure that was her plan, and then she's looked at the angle she's landed on and thought, oh, maybe I can get on it now. So she should just double this out for a safety. Yeah.
And hide.
She's right on.
I don't think she's hidden.
No, there's room behind that.
There's plenty of room. So Amy's just going to be looking to play a decent shot out and land on the black.
Pretty straightforward finish. All about speed, this shot.
She's questioning something.
I think she's just waiting. Yeah, you can see Dom's on the other table. He's just he's looking at a shot on that side. So. As I said, it's all about speed, that shot. She's underhit it by 1.5 foot.
Yeah, still got to negotiate this pot.
Missable, but you'd still back her in. And even if she does miss, it's still a very tricky chance for Sharon, depending, of course, on where the black lands as well.
I guess the aim is to get it as near to the pocket as possible.
She'll have to punch it, though, I think. She won't want to roll it.
She's a bit tentative. Maybe she's veering the in off.
Yeah, I think it's sort of in between.
Yeah, she was.
Never got comfortable, and look at this, what it's a dream result for Sharon.
Yeah. Giving her every opportunity now to put that in the middle and get good position on that last red.
She doesn't even have to. She can bump that one out up the back.
Yeah. Yeah, she could bring that one out and
bring
just,
it into play.
Leave the white behind her. Yeah, I think she likes that suggestion of yours better.
Yeah. Oh, see,
Whoops, that's a waste.
It really is, because she's gained nothing. Amy gets out of this almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
And you're in no better position. Probably, quite possibly worse.
Yeah, needed to knock it out and just leave the white to the left.
Her concern was that she was dead straight on that red.
Yeah.
So anywhere the white ran off, it was hard to get it out without moving the white to either side.
Okay.
Well, she's got the opportunity to do it again if she wants. Doesn't necessarily have to get the snooker.
You may want to try and play it to the middle pocket.
Yeah, if she leaves Amy anywhere up there in the top right, it's going to be very difficult.
Underplayed it.
Still okay. It's a pretty tough shot.
Gives her a chance from if she comes up this bottom rail.
Up and down?
Yeah.
Not a bad choice.
She should be able to find that angle.
Well, she can also jack up and try and double it in the corner and stun the white and get the white back up the top.
Yeah, I think I think she prefers your... Uh-oh.
Go the triple.
Nearly.
And it's still a tricky finish.
Yeah.
If the red passes up the top corner, she might take it.
The red just passes. Then she could run through for that last red. And she wouldn't have to run through much because she wants an angle to bring her white back out.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Could even just stun it.
That's 7-2 to Mick Hill.
So he's well on his way.
And he's flying for his possibly his last time.
For number 6. It's going to be hard to imagine anybody cracking that record.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, Joe. I can't see that happening. Not in a hurry.
We used to think 3 was a big number with some of those early champions, but...
Yeah, Gareth had 3. Oh, look at this shot. It's a great result. Run it down inside the black.
Red inside the black.
It's just got enough angle to come out.
So this is Sharon James, number 3 seed from England. Against Amy Beauchamp.
I think her worst result here would just be clipping the black and going in.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the worst result.
Yeah, other than that.
Needed to play a little bit softer.
Well, it was, hot or going off the black.
In or over.
Yeah. I think, though, if she played the in or over, she's almost not on it from on the cush. But
yeah. And Amy says thank you.
Nice roll in to go and to take a 3-2 lead.
3-2 lead. So Amy Beauchamp leads Sharon James 3-2 in this ladies singles world championship final.
earlier in the
score's been
teams.
corrected.
Earlier in the teams, England men's team got up over France. Huge effort from France making the final. They're a really strong side all week.
Yeah, it was good to see them make the final, and they came back at England at the end of. England had a 5-2 first set, and then France came back 5-2, and it was 7-all at the end of those two sets. But then England just raced away with the first 4 frames.
Well, a quality side as usual.
So we're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. The Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships is in its final stages. The men's singles final and the ladies singles final. Amy Beauchamp leading 3-2 against Sharon James. Amy's a number 2 seed. Barbara Taylor was knocked out yesterday by Sharon James.
And Sharon's come up dry.
So Amy's having a good look at the lie of the land.
Yeah,
Plays a safety.
didn't really have any good options on. Wants the red balls.
So
Actually,
looks like Sharon's going to have a go at this red
yeah.
bottom left pocket. It's a nice shot.
I'll tell you what, she just landed
back
on
around,
their,
yeah.
She just landed on their toughest ball. So that's a
Yeah,
great result.
she can. The black looks like it's tucked in between a couple of yellows.
Yeah, I think if you're up sort of on the blue spot, snooker terminology obviously, you'd probably be able to cut that black in.
Yeah.
That one's a bit loose.
That needed a bit more attention, that shot.
Yeah,
After you'd got such good position.
that's right. Yellows look good now.
Yeah.
She's got that ball on the top rail. Not easy to get great position on. It's still easy to get a shot on it. Probably try right now.
Yeah, take that ball over the middle with the right pace.
She's playing the
Gone the
percentages.
other way. So she's got cover there in that pocket, top left. So Sharon's had a habit of dealing with those issues straight away.
Yeah, best way to do it. Try and just rattle this one out. No, it's just gonna.
Jam it in there
Yeah, well, now you can get it out.
with the next shot. Sharon will probably squeeze her red in there.
Yeah, Amy's just gonna play red onto yellow to push it
Yeah.
right in front. And just getting rid of another tricky one. Sharon gonna have a go at this. Trying to get some coverage down here. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not a bad shot.
Three yellows and the black around there, so
And Amy will deal with this situation straight away. Try and tuck that yellow in. Dislodge the red. That's a good shot.
great shot. lay out of the table now, Amy in a very strong position.
So this has turned out to be a bit of a tactical battle, but yeah, Amy's certainly got advantage. She's got 3 pockets covered. Squeezed in an extra red.
And that was probably just enough to stop
Yeah.
that red from over to
jamming
jam
out.
yellow out. See, Dom's just pegged one back on the other table.
So what's the score on the other table now?
7-3 to me.
7-3. Yours truly, Joe Fanto here. I'm being joined in the studio with by Peter Butterworth, captain of the Australian men's side this year.
Well, these corner pockets diagonal to each other are starting to look pretty similar, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, aren't they? You can roll a line from corner to corner and you've got a mirror image.
Yep. And we're pretty sure Amy's one up the top left is pretty safe. It might be 50-50 down here.
I always find it intriguing how these frames come to an end. What transpires sometimes.
I try and play as few of them as possible, Joe.
Yeah, so so do I.
Certainly not my natural style of game.
I lose the plot. I have to concentrate enough during the day, let alone when I go to have some relaxation.
We've got a few boys in the team who are more than happy. Sarwin Naker, Trav Crawley.
Yeah, Trav used to like those.
Shannon Purcell, they don't mind spending 45 minutes on one like this.
Yeah, they want to get their $2 worth.
Yep.
If they put the coin in.
When we played France, we were 10-8 down. We got to 10-all. Trav played the last frame, and after the break, we saw a heap of clusters, and we just went yes. And 45 minutes later, we won the match.
Wow.
Very good at it, very patient.
Yeah. And plus, you know, some of those guys, they know the correct tactical shot to play for every situation. Whereas me, I'll have to. These days, I've got to stand there and try and work it out,
Work out what's happening.
and then I'll still get it wrong.
Oh, it's a little bit stiff there. I think option might be the double back, but it's not into a large pocket.
No.
May not even be on.
I've got a feeling it may struggle. She might go double-double.
Played the triple.
That's
Great
the
effort.
one.
Great effort, but no dice.
No. So this year we've had the new arena, new Supreme World A Pool Championships arena.
Which has been really good, Joe. It's been great having it set up the whole time and people all getting their chance to play matches in there.
Yeah, and live streaming right through.
Yeah. So there should be. It's a world title. So
That's right.
probably could have done a little bit more then. Got back a bit closer to the red. I think she's left the chance to make a plant up the top.
The jaw seems to be in the way, but she's aiming it up.
Yeah, there's enough gap between
Must be
them, I
enough
think.
gap. Yeah. Yep.
Just a tiny bit loose from Amy.
shot.
Is that still on?
Yeah, it's on. The bottom left. So this is Sharon James, the number 3 seed for England. From England. Playing Amy Beauchamp. Of course, she's number 2 seed. Of course, these two are both teammates in the England ladies side.
Yeah, they lost a nail biter to South Africa as well. 13-12 in the semi-final.
Yeah.
So
it was good to see South Africa do well in the ladies.
yeah, no, that's a huge effort. They did really well. That's a very good shot from Sharon. Nice speed. Just get a little kiss on the yellow. Just wants to make sure the white runs through. Oh, straight off the black. Don't think that's what she expected.
Should still fine cut, shouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely cut in. But, just want to make sure you get around the black.
Whoops. Just missed.
Probably would not have gone that way. But it's worked well. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt there.
Great black in the bottom right-hand corner.
To level it up.
She plays that well. So Sharon James comes back to make it 3-all against Amy Beauchamp here in the Ladies Singles World Championships final, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. As the referee collects the balls, heads down the chute to bring up all the reds and yellows that are being tucked away after being potted. And of course, I wouldn't mind some comments from players' point of view. There seems, I guess it's obvious, but I'd still like to hear your comments about the pack. The referees seem to have to spend a lot of time to make sure that everything's touching. Do you really think that makes a difference?
Look, everyone's got different opinions on it. And I don't put too much stock in it. I think sometimes you rack them tight as you possibly can, and they just don't come out. Other guys say rack them loose, they come out better.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think probably odds are in favour of doing it tightly, I suppose. But
yeah. And you got those guys that are breaking off that second ball with the theory that you've got contact with 4 balls rather than just 2 at the front.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do it on these on the Supreme tables. You very rarely see anyone do it in Australia because our tables are they're different dimensions basically. These are wider.
Yeah.
Ours are exactly twice the length that they are wide. The slate size.
Yeah.
These are 6 foot slate by 3 foot 3, so they're a tiny bit fatter.
So we've got a ball from each denomination potted here off the break. And the score should be 3-all.
And she's taken reds. I didn't mind yellows, but just hit one rail shot. And it's pretty much a shot to nothing if it's in or over, and she'll be in good shape.
All out in the open. It's just a question of negotiating each position properly.
And that's overdone.
She might take that ball on the rail down.
Up the top.
Up the top.
Yeah, I reckon she has to. I don't think she's on anything else. And Amy, how many is Amy won? Just the one, or more?
I'm quite sure she's won 2.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to go for that red on the balk end. Try and put it over across to the pocket, I suspect. She's having a good look at the rail shot now.
Yeah, well, she doesn't
decided
want to
to go
take
for
the
that
top
now.
one.
Yeah.
Because it's awkward, but
That's it.
figured she could get enough coverage on that, and that is good enough.
Yeah. So this score to any viewers that have just switched on is 3-all here in the ladies singles final. And Sharon James is on the yellows and Amy Beauchamp's on the reds.
Just the one problem, 1.5 problems for Sharon to negotiate here. Amy's covered the pocket up there, so she needs to get behind that ball somewhere. And she's also got the plant on the other side of the table, which she is makeable, but off angle as well. So she come too far for the middle ball here.
Yeah.
So
just going to the end.
The plant it is.
Yeah, she tried to pot.
Yeah, it was a tricky one. It was off angle, and she was quite away from it. So good chance here for Amy to sneak this red in. She's closest to inside the top right. Get down near the middle pocket somewhere, leave herself a nice plant up the rail.
It's a nice pot. Should take this straight red to the top left now.
Still, it's not an easy transition if she takes the straight one. There she's looking at the double. It's tough to play the top corner ball and then get on the rail one.
You can take the rail one onto it.
Yeah, but it's inside out. It's going away from the pocket. That's why she thinks she's decided to get on the double.
Yep.
Probably hasn't come quite far enough. She'll be letting the white a little bit loose, but
it's a nice double.
and yellow slowed it down
Amy
nicely.
Beauchamp.
And one good positional shot. It's going to bounce out nicely.
Happy to take this black to the bottom left-hand corner.
And Amy to take a 4-3 lead. Makes no
Amy
mistake.
closes in on that frame. So Amy Beauchamp 4-3 in this match against the number 3 seed in Sharon James. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. We'll be here again next year, but at the annual general meeting this year of the World Apple Pool Federation, countries have been invited to put in their bids for future World Championships, as there is obviously popular demand to visit other countries and enjoy that environment and culture of having someone else run a World Championship. And also that, those particular change the environment so that people feel like they get to go somewhere else. But of course, Blackpool has been, it's just about become like the crucible of snooker. But it's been very convenient because of the accommodation that's available to the competitors in the area, and the community. Look, we've been looked after by the hotel and management, and of course we'll continue to have an association with Blackpool and the Imperial. But we are now inviting countries to put in a bid?
I think it's a good move, Joel. I think from a country like Australia are more likely to send stronger teams if it moved around a bit, because it's such an expense and a commitment and sacrifice, for us to come over.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, for most players, it is a hobby. So, okay, they reach an elite level, but it's still a hobby, and most people can't afford to, go to the great expense, and more. They'll probably make a bigger effort if they know that they're going to somewhere else, from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
So it looks like the players are taking a bit of a break at the score at 4-3.
Which I will do myself for a minute, Joe.
No problem, Peter. Thanks, Peter. That was Peter Butterworth, the Australian team captain. I'll just leave the mic for a second as well. Don't go away. We'll be back for more action. Here we are back in the arena, and Sharon James to break at 3-4 down in this ladies singles world championship final. This is a race to 8, best of 15. So Amy would think she's at the halfway stage. She's got 4 frames to go, but I think it won't be without a battle from Sharon. They've played some good shots at times, but as yet you sort of get the feeling that their best pool hasn't been played. Okay, so Sharon's on this, plants the red. So Sharon's on red, Amy's on reds, Sharon's on yellows. Nice shot, knocks out that red, puts it in the open. I think Amy intends to try and clear these balls and not get into a tactical battle like she has the last couple of frames. And looks like it's 8-3 to Mick Hill against Dom Cooney. So Amy Beauchamp, I'd probably take that ball over the top left pocket and come round. So as you can take that second ball in that top left. I guess she'll be looking to try and work out how to get position on those two balls in the middle, but one of them comes into this bottom right pocket. She's actually broken them slightly, which should help. She can actually take, because now she can actually take one of them into the left middle pocket and the other one in the right middle pocket. She's got that red sitting over the right middle pocket, but the tricky part is that one, that's exactly what she did. I think she's run a bit too far, but apart from the awkward bridge, I would say that red still goes into the middle. I don't think she's gone, she hasn't gone down at all, so I suspect she can see a fair bit of that red to go into the right middle pocket. Just the degree of difficulty increases though with the fact that she's got a high bridge. But the angle is there for the white to go the other side of the table and then pot that last red which is hanging over the middle to finish off. That's a wonderful shot. That's a brilliant shot by Amy. Just ran a little bit far though, she's lost her position slightly, but I think it should still be pottable. A little bit hard to tell, maybe if I can get an aerial shot we'd be able to see. Yes, that should still go. But she's banged it because she wanted to get position on the black. She's just overhit that. Don't think she needed to do that. Even just give it the fine cut it needed. With a bit of side, the white should have come round. But never mind. I'm in the studio, she's out there playing. So, Sharon James has got an opportunity now. All the yellows are... Yeah, so first of all she's chosen to play a defensive shot. She's probably trying to work on getting two shots if possible. Wow, that was nearly a pot. So now let's see what Sharon James can do now. She'll probably play a little bit cagey initially, trying to at some stage get two shots. She's got that awkward yellow. So again she's snookered. That's a nice shot, she just about pots it into the middle. So Sharon's going to have to lay a pretty tight snooker if she's going to get two shots out of Amy, I would say. So that's not a bad shot with that red close to the yellow. And all the yellows open, she's going to have to probably, and that's potted, just about potted the yellow, in fact probably even better, it's left it over the pocket as a position ball. She's got these two yellows which are close to each other. She might choose to play one straight down to the top left hand pocket, but no, she's just going to hide behind them, because she figures that and see if she can get 2 shots out of this. Amy's having a good walk around. Just missed the red. So now let's see if Sharon can clear these yellows. She's only got the 2 awkward ones here on the bottom left of screen, where they're close to each other. All the other yellows are out in the open. Going to take this yellow into the middle pocket. So it's a good pot. Lots of work to do yet though. For some reason she didn't want to take that yellow over that top right hand corner. And she's still got 2 shots. She may try and pot this yellow closest to the... No, she's not playing it. So now all balls are out in the open. Let's see if she has a go here. I think she's still looking at finding a defensive shot. Now, he's given Amy a shot at this red off of the cushion. I'm sure Amy's looking at that to try and find the right spot to not only hit that red but to actually pot it. And it's gone close. Gone very close. Sharon James, number 3 seed from England, and Amy Beauchamp, number 2 seed from England. She's won the championship before. She's a former world champion. Best of 15 frames. It's a nice shot by Sharon. I think she's got to build up some courage here and try and take this frame. Comes around nicely. So she can take this yellow, bottom left hand pocket, go around and then get herself in a position to plant that yellow onto the bottom right hand pocket. Yellow. A little bit far, but still possible. She's going to run into the black if she tries that shot now. So she might simply want to take the yellow which is over the pocket, which is she's going to do, and screw back for the yellow in the middle pocket. Didn't quite go back as far. So now she should go for that yellow. She's going to go for the middle or for the top? She looks like she's lining up for the middle. Into the middle pocket. Now she's left herself a straight black. Sharon James, can she stay with Amy Beauchamp? She certainly can. The scores are all locked up at 4-all. Sharon Beauchamp 4, Amy Beauchamp 4, and Sharon James 4. Sharon James, the number 3 seed, and Amy Beauchamp, the number 2 seed. This is the Ladies Singles World Championship Final. So the Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships are coming to a close. These are the last two events of the championship. The men's singles and the ladies singles. And then tonight will be presentation night, and tomorrow all the countries sort of disperse back to their various locations. We sincerely thank them all for coming along and participating. Amy Beauchamp to break with the scores all locked up at 4-all. So Amy Beauchamp at the table on the reds. So all these reds are potable, of course. Black sneaks in as well, I would say. So she'll probably try and work these reds that are down this end of the table, bottom end of the table. Take this red and come round for that. So now she'll take the red in this bottom right hand corner and stay on the last red at this end of the table for the bottom left hand corner, and of course she's got to work her way back for the red top at the top right hand corner pocket. So we'll just watch Amy all according to plan so far. Now she may play this with top and some side to make her way to that ball at the top of the table, at the baulk end of the table. And she's playing it with top. And she didn't force it too much. Had a good look at where the black's sitting. That's a nice shot. Goes across now for the black. And that's a 5-4 lead to Amy Beauchamp over Sharon Jennings in this Ladies Singles World Championship final, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. These championships played under the auspices of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation with the world, what's known as the world rules, which are the rules that are laid out by the World 8-Ball Pool Federation members. Every 5 years we look at those rules to see if there are any constructive changes that should be made, and just recently, last Saturday at the annual general meeting, they were discussed, and there were no actual rule changes made, but apart from the racking of the balls have been taken up as a in the rules, with the two reds at the head, at the top right hand corner, the two yellows at the bottom left. Total snooker has become a heading in the rules, but no change. to definition, and of course the lag has become part of the rules and is listed in the rules. No other changes, so there's a vote of confidence in the rules of the WPF, known as the World Rules. Okay, so Sharon James breaking at 4-5. That's a red disappeared and 2 reds over pocket. So it's a good break for the reds. I've no doubt she'll nominate reds here. So Supreme World 8 Ball Pool Championships. Supreme, these are the Supreme tables that we're playing on and have been playing on for many years. They've been a wonderful sponsor of these championships, along with the Strachan, cloth manufacturers, and Aramuth, the providers of the balls, Pro Cup balls that we use at these championships. Big thank you to the English Pool Association for the great job that they've done. And of course, on Armitage on live streaming, she's the technical person that makes it all happen. So she's bridging awkwardly, plays that red into the middle pocket. So Amy's probably going to give her 2 shots here. That's exactly what she does. And Sharon might deal with this. She should be able to. She has another shot. This is part of the tactical part of the game. So still don't think that yellow's in there enough to prevent that red being forced in. Just feathered that ball. She would have liked that a bit closer to the middle, to that middle pocket. So Sharon James finds herself in this final, and of course, so that drop late, and of course she finds herself here by beating Barbara Taylor, the defending world champion and the #1 seed to this event. So that strategy of playing around with the red ball there to sort of get it into that strategic position that once she decided that she's going to get it out, it actually managed to jam that yellow out. It was quite important because it didn't allow her opponent to block her in and prevent her from potting balls in that pocket. So you can see Amy's concerned about all the reds being potable, so she's actually played that ball to try and prevent the path of a clean pot on that red in the bottom right hand pocket. Sharon James is also one of the England team members, along with Amy Beauchamp, which this year was one of the rare occasions when the England ladies team didn't make the grand final. They narrowly lost in the semi-final to South Africa. So the red's been nudged towards the pocket. That was Sharon. So what will Amy Beauchamp do here? Looks like she's going to play another strategic shot. She has no hesitation in giving her opponent 2 shots, because she figures, and that's quite a good lie there, because Sharon can't pot that ball with the first shot, and the red is, her other red is in a position which is not easily to get on. Hence she figures, I'm not going to let her cover pockets where it's going to restrict me. She can have a go at potting these 2 balls, but highly unlikely that she will. And then the plan is that when Amy gets a turn, there's plenty of balls for her to be able to pot the first, and she backs herself to be able to pot the rest. But this is a good shot. She's basically put a ball in a fairly close position to where the original was anyway. So back to square one. And she's just going to nudge it. And Mick Hill is 9-5 up. It looks like Tom Coomey is staging a little bit of a comeback, which is good to see. So the scoreline is right there. Amy Beauchamp 5, Sharon James 4. Asking if it's a total snooker, because if it is, then the rules are relaxed as far as the ball having to hit a cushion, but it looks like she can get past. Sharon James. So she's hit her ball, played out of that snooker. So both these 2 players are quite tenacious. They don't want to give too much away. They don't feel comfortable about attempting to clear. They're content to just strategically play and prevent their opponent from winning the match until things develop for them. So she's trying to get out of this snooker again, which I think she just missed from what I can see. So it should be 2 shots for Amy. It's a great shot by Amy Beauchamp. Every so often she comes up with a shot that shows us exactly what she's capable of. I don't feel that as yet her game has reached any great heights in this match. There's been a fair bit of tactical play. It just means that she's got some in reserve for these last 3 frames that she's got to win. Again, it's a great shot. Just steps up, cues off. Starting to find a little bit of determination in her expression. So this yellow nearest the black actually comes in this bottom left-hand pocket. So she's still got another shot. So is she going to be content to go for the game here? So these players are having to have their shot within 60 seconds. I'm sure she's probably received the 30-second call. You get a warning after 30 seconds, and I'm sure she's received that warning. And she's missed that pot. She's not happy, she's nodding her head. So Sharon's on the red balls. Just having a look at that red, which is near the yellow here in the bottom right hand pocket. Not sure if she's going to look to force it now. Looks like she is. It's a good shot. Just brought it out. But of course Amy does get an opportunity now to pot out as well. Doesn't like that position. She's probably got that yellow into the middle, but it's not an easy pot. The one nearest the black. And there's not really anywhere to hide anymore. There's only 3 balls on the table. She played the double. And now, invitation for Sharon here. looks like Dom Cooney is certainly making an earnest comeback. He's 6'9" now. Sharon James should be able to put this red into the bottom left-hand pocket and then take that black to level the score. It's a good shot. So well done to Sharon James. She's not letting Amy Beauchamp get away from her. The score is now tied at 5 frames apiece. Sharon James of England 5, Amy Beauchamp of England 5. In this ladies singles World Championship final, 3 frames to go to whoever is going to be World Champion 2019. These are the Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships. Been playing here for the last week and a half, and these are the final 2 events. Referee is racking up the balls, making them nice and tight. Thank you to all concerned. The English Pool Association, who are our hosts here and do most of the organising, led by Tournament Director Alan Benton, assisted by George Harwood and all his crew. Amy Beauchamp to break at 5-all. So it looks like red ball potted. So we'll see what Amy selects, red or yellow. It's a nice pot into the bottom right hand corner. So she's left that over the pocket, but there's plenty of space there, and we've seen in this frame what happens when an opponent is putting balls over the pockets. The other opponent seems to deal with it immediately, and I'm sure this is no exception. Sharon will see that there's a gap there that should be able to put that red. In fact, the gap in this case was big enough for that red to squeeze through pot and clear the pocket. It's a little bit tricky over that right middle pocket. There's a red in there, which of course is Sharon James. And the score is 5-all. The screen is showing 4-5. So she can take this red in the bottom right. It's going to be tricky to get to that red which is closest to the pocket. Although if you could come at it from, yeah, that's why she's tried to disturb those balls, and she's successful in getting that red, which was not potable, out in the clear. Good shot, but now she's snookered on those 2 reds at the top, but she can play this red near the middle pocket. Of course, she can't pot it the way it's sitting. An aerial view would be good. think she's going to be going for that red because she's snookered on the other two balls. Or maybe not. Maybe there's enough. It looked like she... instead she's played a brilliant pot across the table. Wow. And she's obviously potted the other ball as well. And now what? She's got that red in that awkward position. I don't think she was budgeting on potting both of them. So it's about the best she could do. Just go in and touch that red and prevent giving two shots. And of course the black has been prevented from going into that middle pocket. It's a nice shot to the middle. So she can take this yellow in the middle and clear these three balls. So Amy's just broken those two balls up. Of course Sharon's still got that red tied up there with the black near the middle pocket. So she's chosen to bring that out, but of course now it's up to Amy to try and pot out here. But if she doesn't, then Sharon's got that sole red that needs to be potted in the black. So the score here is 5 each, 5 apiece. Nice shot. Amy Beauchamp, can she win another world title? The scores are all locked up at 5-all. So Mikhail has won his 6th world title by defeating Dom Kumi in the final. Okay, so Amy has this straight black 6-5 lead, and she makes no mistake. She pulls off some big shots. So Amy 6, Sharon 5. Just take a short break. So the score is 6-5 to Amy Beauchamp in this ladies singles world championship final. So Sharon's just played a safety here. Well, just tried to cover pocket here with the yellow ball. Amy's got this red here on the bottom right hand pocket which has been prevented from potting. That should be looking to promote. Apologies, I had to take a short break. So these are the Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships coming to a close. But still a few frames to be played in this ladies singles World Championship final between these two players. Sharon James, number 3 seed of England. Amy Beauchamp, number 2 seed from England. Just seemed to. It looked like it was going for the pocket, but just before the jaw it hit. It was a good attempt. So Amy Beauchamp, she's got this red ball down near the yellow, which is going to be need to be negotiated. So putting that in there. Now the cannon is on to play red onto yellow onto red and cover that pocket. So this has turned into another tactical frame. Each player does want to give an inch, so it's not a bad shot by Sharon James in terms of tactical shot, because it's at least it's cleared the road for her yellows to be potted into that pocket. Covering my view, I'm not sure whether she fouled on that shot or not. Looks like where that yellow is now, she probably just nudged it by the... Both these players, for me, appear to have gone into their shell and played this tactical game that Amy wants to get on with business here. She's going to try and squeeze that red between cushion and yellow. She's taken that pocket now, so it puts her in the box seat there. But I think Sharon's looking for another strategy to try and do the same again. Just didn't quite achieve the pot, but congested things down here in this bottom right hand pocket I'm talking about. So this match has just about reached a little bit of a stalemate at 6-5 to Amy. So Sharon James on yellow balls, Amy Beauchamp on the red. So Amy's got two shots now, but of course she's got a red tied up at the top left hand corner, and she's got a red that can't be potted in this bottom right hand pocket. So this is why Sharon's felt comfortable to give those two shots, a deliberate foul. So that was a foul because Amy is on the reds and Sharon's on the yellows. So she's just feathered that yellow come away. I think she realises she's got another shot. So there's a significant amount of prevention of the opponent winning the match in these sort of tactics, rather than progressive attacking.
Congratulations, draw to Mick Hill, the men's world champion for 2019.
I think she did try to pot that ball and missed. And I think that's what can happen sometimes when you get into this mould of play. I would have thought if she wanted to miss that, she would have left it over the pocket. So Sharon James here in this famous 12th frame that will be remembered for a while, I think. So Amy's got a chance to double this red back now. Let's see if she's obviously not taking the opportunity to do so. And is she going to run? No. I think the girls are now playing a game of, I'm not sure how I'm going to win, but I don't want to lose. Unless I'm missing something. So she's been a little bit more positive there and tried to promote that red to a potable area. And she has got this red into the bottom left-hand pocket if she wants to take it. She doesn't want to take it, but a foul has come out of that, and it's a foul snooker, of course. So she can ask for the white to be taken back to ball if she likes. Or she can nominate the ball that she can hit. So she's actually nominating that red, which she might play right down the table onto those reds and pot her yellow. No, she's not. Yes, she has. Didn't quite turn out the way she would have liked. At least that was a positive shot. And then she would have had two shots on yellow to clear. So now I'm sure she'll try and cut this. and she's got it off. So I find when these frames are played, you make all that effort to try and get into winning positions with the tactical side of it, and then when it boils down, it comes to the crunch where winning shots have to be played, things can still go wrong and you sort of lose by some of those accidents, so to speak. So Amy Beauchamp's got the opportunity now to clear these last three reds and the black and take a 7-5 lead. And she's landed on, that was a nice pot down that rail into the bottom left hand pocket, and now she's got position in the middle, but it's not as easy as it looks because that white is quite close to the 8 ball, and she needs a bit of angle to put that into the middle pocket, but certainly having a good look at it. And she plays it to perfection, except that millimetres from falling in. This gives Sharon a chance. But she's missed. So now it's Amy's turn. So, Amy Beauchamp is one frame away from the world title. She's won that frame, and the scoreline now reads Amy Beauchamp 7, Sharon James 5 in this Ladies Singles World Championship final, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England, as the umpire again moves in to rack the balls. As the Supreme World 8 Ball Pool Championships start to draw to a close, Mick Hill has won his 6th World Championship by defeating Dom Cooney, who it's a wonderful effort for him to make the grand final. He had to make his way all the way through the qualifiers. The boy from Cambridge here in England. So I'm sure Amy Beauchamp would love to wrap up this match in this frame. She's breaking from just off centre, and she's breaking into the pack. And it looks like a red ball has been potted. She's going to nominate yellows. And predictably she's potted that yellow off the red to clear that yellow which is over that left pocket. She probably fancies herself to be able to pot out here. Which would wrap up the title. Amy Beauchamp, she's probably going to take this the yellow into the middle right pocket first. She's got two balls pottable into that left middle pocket. Probably take them in sequence. Now, I'm not sure whether she's finished a little bit off. Yeah, so she's taking that closer one first. So this is a calibre of pool that Amy's able to play. So to me it looked very out of character to be locked into a couple of these frames that she's played with Sharon James, where they've been tight tactical and lots of deliberate fouls. But this is the Amy Beauchamp that I know. So she's looking to pot this in that top right hand corner. That's a lovely shot. Now she'll pot bottom left. And then of course she's looking at where the black's going to go. Going to take this yellow bottom left pocket, then the last yellow into the bottom right pocket. And I nearly thought she'd missed it. And I'm sure she's looking to line that black up for the middle left pocket. And that's a really nice angle. So it's just about straight. So Amy Beauchamp is world champion for 2019 as she defeats Sharon James of England 8 frames to 5. Amy Beauchamp, ladies singles world champion 2099. And that's it from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool. The Supreme World 8-Ball Pool Championships have come to an end for 2019. We sincerely thank all of you viewers from around the world, and we'd love to see you again for the next big event, which I believe will be the Europeans in Malta on the 15th, and there's lots of tour events which are streamed during the year. Just go to wepf.org or the European Pool sites and find the links and the events that you can watch some pool at its very best in the world. Thank you. Joe Fanto signing off.